Welcome to Lesson 1 of Unit 1. By the end of this lesson, you will be able to apply the principles of experiential learning, where you will learn through experience by reflecting on what you have done. You will learn to critically think about what you are doing in class. Experiential learning is different from rote learning. Rote learning is the memorization of information based on repetition. The learners play a passive role in the process. The study of experiential learning is based on David Kolb's work on research on experiential learning over many years. An example of experiential learning is going to the zoo and learning through observation and interaction with the zoo environment, as opposed to reading about animals from a book. We can discover and experiment with knowledge firsthand instead of hearing or reading about others' experiences. Another example of experiential learning involves learning to ride a bicycle, which can describe the 4 steps of experiential learning model of Kolb. In the concrete experience stage, the learner experienced the bicycle in the immediate, in other words, the here and now. This forms the basis upon which the learner observes and reflects during stage 2, and has the opportunity to see what is working or what is failing, what he or she is doing right or wrong, also referred to as reflective observation. In this stage, the learner also thinks about what ways to improve on the next attempts at riding, which leads to the 3rd stage, abstract conceptualization. Every new attempt to ride is informed by a cyclical pattern of previous experience, thought and reflection, where the learner reaches the 4th stage of active experimentation. Benjamin Franklin spoke these very true words: "Tell me and I forget, teach me and I remember, involve me and I learn." Kolb states that in order to gain real knowledge from an experience, the learner must have 4 abilities. The learner must be willing to be actively involved in the experience, must be able to reflect on the experience. The 3rd ability is where the learner possesses use analytical skills to conceptualize the experience. And finally, the learner must possess decision-making and problem-solving skills in order to use the new ideas gained from the experience. Jennifer A. Moon has elaborated on Kolb's cycle by saying that experiential learning is most effective when it involves the following: a reflective learning phase, a phase of learning resulting from the actions inherited to experiential learning, and a further phase of learning from feedback. This process of learning can result in change in judgment, feeling, or skills for the individual and can provide direction for the making of judgments as a guide to choice and action. You will experience this firsthand when you go through the activities in the rest of this module. Now, let us have a closer look at what experiential learning looks like. Experiential learning includes the following elements according to the Association of Experiential Education of 2007 to 2014. Experience are chosen carefully for their learning potential, that is, whether they provide opportunities for the students to practice and deepen emergent skills, encounter new and unpredictable situations that support new learning, or learn from natural consequences, mistakes, and success. Throughout the experiential learning process, the learner or student is engaged actively in asking questions, investigating, experimenting, being curious, solving problems, assuming responsibility, being creative, and constructing meaning, and is challenged to take initiative, make decisions, and be accountable for results. Reflection on learning during and after one's experience is an important part of the learning process. According to Sean, Bout, Cohen, and Walker, this reflection leads to analysis, critical thinking, and synthesis. Learners are engaged intellectually, emotionally, socially, or physically, which produces a perception that the learning task is authentic. Relationships are developed and nurtured as learner to self, learner to others, and learners to the world at large. The following illustration on the screen will assist you in understanding how we are going to apply experiential learning in this module. Please pause now to study this illustration. You will find more information on experiential learning and how to apply it in your reading section. Till next time.